with us from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Coastal Carolina's offense will go on the attack first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position one, objective number one today, protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. They'll give it to him again. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. And the Chanticleers moving quickly to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Rides the back on the option, the give. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Chanticleers will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Takes it on the return. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So Old Dominion's offense will take the field for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
And into the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll bring it back. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wants to throw on first down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the Chanticleers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Under fire. Slithers into space. Turning it on.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
The Chanticleers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the back. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. The Monarchs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Going right and going deep. Pulls it in down the sideline. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Monarchs!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, it is now a final in Conference USA and a game I think a lot of folks will want to hear about.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Chanticleers want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. The shot that clears come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the shot that clears line up to punt it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll leave it with him. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
He wants to go deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Gets it out fast. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. The shot that clears in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. They want to run this quarterback. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And they swarm him under. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the period. Old Dominion has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the shot to clears have pushed it inside the 20. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And the field goal unit is on the field. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Never a doubt. Now the lead is down to 11.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He's got it out. Can they catch him? They won't get it. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Not much coaches love more than finding points on special teams, and that 94-yard touchdown return gave it to them. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here, and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light this scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself. Do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's crossed. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Chanticleers want to crank the tempo.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to keep it in the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
Here comes the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
And the shot that clears will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And the Monarchs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Monarchs need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? 4th down and long. No problem. I got this.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Touchdown, ODU! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. SMU has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend. They're up 14 over Tulane. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gives it on the option. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. 3rd down play from the gun. Fakes the grab on the left. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Creates a little space. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Sends it downfield. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And the defense was on its heels after that long completion.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Now the pitch. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. And the Monarchs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to throw, time running short in the half. The throw to the outside is complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Monarchs will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Touchdown, Old Dominion! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Power football with the run. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Norfolk. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Ballard Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The shot that clears will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. And just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Might as well stick with him. Shakes off the defender. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Calls his own number. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Monarchs are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Fires to the tight end. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
Hand off from the shotgun. There he goes. Got enough space. Touchdown, Monarchs. And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So a drive there of 82 yards. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw on first down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
And the shot to clears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The shot to clear send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And the returner will be brought down. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Monarchs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They run the reverse. At the 20, he's got space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Monarchs are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, ODU.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Arizona State is just getting blown off the field right now. We've seen big games in Tempe over the years. I've personally never seen anything like this. They're trailing by 14 to Kansas State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Starts the drive, trying to go up top. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
And the shot to clear is trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. The shot that clears decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Smith takes the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
The Monarchs getting set on 1st and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air on second down. Gets it out quickly. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. The play action fake. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Old Dominion. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. The returner will field it and try to set up his offensive. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience of this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, baby.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
The give out of the gun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in there. Turning it on! Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Rides to back and leaves it. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the shot that clears will bring the punt team onto the field. Wants to bring it back. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.